Hey everybody, Minnie here. I want to talk to you about what's happening in our country right now and the role each of us has to play in this moment. Join us in demanding a no vote on the DHS funding bill by texting ICE, to 59791. And I want to talk to you about why. Across the country, undocumented folks, immigrants, people of color are being illegally subjected to violence and stripped of the rights that are supposed to protect all of us. Families are being torn apart in ways that are horrifying, unnecessary, and deeply un American. Children, children the age of my kids, are carrying worries no child should have to hold, and federal immigration officers have shot 12 people in enforcement operations since September, and six others have died in ICE detention in the first few weeks of 2026 alone. And in recent days, our country has witnessed a loss of life that demonstrates how quickly rights erode and how real the consequences become when power goes unchecked. Renee Good was a mother, a writer, a woman whose life was rooted in the power of words and the love of her three kids. Alex Preddy was a VA nurse, a veteran, helper who stepped in to protect a neighbor when it mattered most. Moments like this ask something of us. They ask whether we have the courage to look at the truth without blinking. They ask if we'll let our empathy be worn down until we're numb, because make no mistake, looking away is part of the strategy. Those in power are counting on us to be too tired to care, too overwhelmed to act, and too scared to speak up. But what we refuse to let our outrage be dismissed or our neighbors be forgotten. And that's why Reproductive Freedom for All and all of you, our members, are mobilizing. We're channeling this grief into meaningful action, and we need you in with us in this fight. Since Sunday, our members, many of you, have already sent over 12,000 messages to ensure that every U.S. Senator has heard our demands for a no vote on the DHS funding bill. But we have more to do, and here are two things you can do right now to help. First, text ICE, to 59791, and that's going to connect you directly to your senators so you can tell them to vote no on funding violence, abuse of power, and lawlessness again. We're calling for a no vote on the DHS funding bill. Second, share this with friends, family, and your community and ask them to do the same. Here's to the light we carry, to the justice we demand, and to the future we refuse to give up on. We're in this fight with you together. Thanks.